History is written by the victor. History is filled with liars. If he lives and we die, his truth becomes written.
You told a Glock, that bitch your face. You don't want smoke, get out my face. You niggas ain't rapping, such a disgrace. That boy stay capping, need a cage. Can't walk this darkness in my place. I got cold white inside my veins. You niggas ain't rapping, such a disgrace. That boy stay capping, need a cage. You told a Glock, that bitch your face. You don't want smoke, get out my face. You niggas ain't rapping, such a disgrace. That boy stay capping, need a cage. Can't walk this darkness in my place. I got cold white inside my veins. You niggas ain't rapping, such a disgrace. That boy stay capping, need a cage. Don't fuck with lanes, don't fuck with facts. Don't care about bitches and distraction. My bank account, another transaction. We count them digits and subtract it. Don't fuck with lanes, don't fuck with facts. Don't care about bitches and distraction. My bank account, another transaction. We caught that nigga, send him packing. Yeah, we send it, niggas packing. Don't give a fuck about the past. He hit the pavement, now he napping. You need some shit, just tap, tap, tap it. Just know your role and play your part. You're all talk and you're all bar. We see the loser in your heart, so please stop acting like you're smart. We left that loser in a ditch. That's what you get for talking shit. These niggas talking tough for Twitter, but I know you're full of it. Talking about slime, talking about gang. Nigga, you do not have no click. Nigga trying to say I make a mad, but boy, you really make me sick. You told a Glock, that bitch your face. You don't want smoke, get out my face. You niggas ain't rapping, such a disgrace. That boy stay capping, need a cage. Can't walk this darkness in my place. I got cold white inside my veins. You niggas ain't rapping, such a disgrace. That boy stay capping, need a cage. You told a Glock, that bitch your face. You don't want smoke, get out my face. You niggas ain't rapping, such a disgrace. That boy stay capping, need a cage. Can't walk this darkness in my place. I got cold white inside my veins. You niggas ain't rapping, such a disgrace. That boy stay capping, need a cage. Don't fuck with lanes, don't fuck with facts. Don't care about bitches and distraction. My bank account, another transaction. We count them digits and subtract it. Don't fuck with lanes, don't fuck with facts. Don't care about bitches and distraction. My bank account, another transaction. We caught that nigga, send him packing.
History is written by the victor. History is filled with liars. If he lives and we die, his truth becomes written.
You told a Glock, that bitch your face. You don't want smoke, get out my face. You niggas ain't rapping, such a disgrace. That boy stay capping, need a cage. Can't walk this darkness in my place. I got cold white inside my veins. You niggas ain't rapping, such a disgrace. That boy stay capping, need a cage. You told a Glock, that bitch your face. You don't want smoke, get out my face. You niggas ain't rapping, such a disgrace. That boy stay capping, need a cage. Can't walk this darkness in my place. I got cold white inside my veins. You niggas ain't rapping, such a disgrace. That boy stay capping, need a cage. Don't fuck with lanes, don't fuck with facts. Don't care about bitches and distraction. My bank account, another transaction. We count them digits and subtract it. Don't fuck with lanes, don't fuck with facts. Don't care about bitches.
What it do? Sorry, I took the thing off my finger for the time being because it's irritating me. Hello. Rogers base here. No, I'm kidding. What's up? What's up? What's going on? We live. Let me know when it's Korea time, playboy. All right. I got you. Let me just fix this a little bit. This is a little higher than I. Or maybe I just make my camera elongate it up just a tad. There we go. Fill it in. All right. So, how's everyone doing? Yo, what's up, clients? I said that I would start kind of doing some of these things where like I would kind of talk about some of my favorite things to watch and read and whatnot. The comic book list, I've made the top 30. It's completed. I just got to make the list. I haven't made the list yet, but I have why are you guys cut off? What the hell? There we go. So yeah. Yes, I made a new blog post. I just made it today. I'm not gonna lie to you. Did this like an hour ago. So it's a little low effort. I apologize, but I didn't want to talk about some of the I didn't want to go crazy and do like 30. And they'd be like, bro, that's just too much. I'm like, let's do like 10. This is like my 10 favorite, and then we'll move on from there. I still think I can make this fit better. One second. I feel like this part could come lower. What is it? This? If I told shift though. There we go. Okay, that looks better. So we're gonna talk about some dingy, as Simi will call it, some Donghua. So what has the greatest country store? You about to find out, man. You're about to find out. So this list is basically it's 11. I did one honorable mention, and I'm just gonna kind of talk about these various Donghua and why I like them. I also think I have 3 videos that I've made about Donghua of stuff on this list. So we'll watch those two. In case you guys haven't seen it, we'll just watch it here when we get to that specific show, and we'll keep it pushing. So without further ado, you guys ready to start? Let's get it. Let's get it. So the first one we have here is we got Neja. Sorry, New Gods, Neja Reborn. This is my honorable mention. Part of the reason that I made it the honorable mention, let me kind of scroll down a bit more because you can't even see the whole thing here. Uh, Part of the reason that I did that, I picked this one first was because I just recently saw it. It's pretty new, so it's fresh in my head, so I don't want to like recency bias and go crazy. This is the first movie in a connected universe that these guys are trying to make. You'll see the sequel will be on this list, so stay tuned. And essentially in this world, in this universe, very powerful deities and creatures of folklore and myths get like reincarnated. So I don't want to call it modern times, but in this time period, essentially we're following a character who is the reincarnation of Neja, and he has Neja's powers and abilities and can like summon these cool like I almost want to call them like stands, like these big energy things that come around them and then have like the power of oh, we're gonna get the Monkey King. The Monkey King is in some of these, but if you're talking about the literal movie, The Monkey King, it's not on this list. No. I like the movie, but it's not one of my personal favorites. So yeah. Yes, yes, a new blog. You can literally you can look at the title, like not the title, the date. Like I did this today. I just did this, but that's my honorable mention. So you know at the top here, above Ao Bing, the dragon, right? You see how like behind him, there's that like that three face that's like the Neja energy stand thing I was talking about, and different people have like their version. So I don't know. Let's say that like I was like Hercules, I was summon some big green guy with a sword and a shield. I don't know with an apple or something, and then I like attack. So it's pretty good. It's got like 3D animation. I know some people don't really like that, but I think that China for the most part has mastered it a while ago. I think Toei and some Japanese ones have done really well with it. I think the 2013 Saint Seiya Legend of Sanctuary movie looks great. The Captain Harlock movie looks good. I don't think Blame is awful. The Blame one, it's not awful, but I don't think it moves as well. But I think with these ones, the movement is really good. Actually, I'll give Dragon Ball Super superhero credit. I think that's actually well animated. So yeah, yeah. Not just like yeah, I know. But my point is that um, I thought he meant the literal movie, The Monkey King. Like there's a movie, like an animated movie called The Monkey King. So we'll go to 10. 10 is Big Fish and Begonia. So I have to make sure I can't actually. I know I zoomed in a lot, so I'm gonna make sure I'm like, all right. So this is Big Fish and Begonia. This one is a little bit of a cheat, I would say, because if my understanding is a Japanese studio did help with it or something of the sort, like I know there was like in conjunction with a Japanese studio, but I found this story pretty beautiful. It's about kind of like self-sacrifice. This video is good. Just distracting when it's poorly mixed with 2D. Fair enough. I think it looks really good. I didn't think I was gonna like this movie. It's a much more serene, melancholic, heartfelt type of film. With I see the problem with some of these is I don't know the best way to explain it without spoiling something specific. So I don't want to. I don't when I do these. The point isn't for me to tell you what happened or give you a synopsis like the first 5 minutes, but there is a character that's kind of like you could say their life is lost needlessly, and somebody is basically going out their way and defying what they're supposed to be doing in order to save their soul, so to speak. I thought it was really beautiful when it came full circle in the end. I will admit though I wasn't immediately engaged. I was just kind of like at this point when I was watching Big Fish and Begonia, I had just really gotten interested in Donghua in general. So I was just kind of like I was just looking at stuff. I kind of just typed in like Donghua, and I just kind of took some random ones. Monkey King being one of the first ones that I saw, all things considered. But it's really good. I would give it a shot but it's not like action packed and full of fighting or anything, and it's well animated, so I think it's really good. So that's my number 10. Let's move down. I gotta check OBS see what it looks like. So yeah, so this is number 9. This is White Snake. White Snake is another one that's a part of a connected universe. It's about so you can see the girl here. She is actually, and just to help you guys out, I forgot to do this too. So with Big Fish and Begonia, I know had like a English Blu-ray DVD release. I think at some point it may have been on Netflix. I don't know if it's still there. I don't use any streaming services. You guys know I put the straw hat on. I put the eye patch on. I hop on the Going Merry. No, not the Going Merry. I hop on the what's a cool ship? I don't know. I hop on the Black Pearl and I sail the high seas. Right. So White Snake, though, I know actually was on Netflix at some point and also got like the English releases. Some of these actually ended up getting some English releases in terms, so you can still watch it in like Mandarin or Chinese or whatever language you want to watch it. You can watch it in English dub. White Snake is about a woman who's a demon, she's like a demon snake, and just a human that like a guy that she likes, and I think he likes her too. But obviously, well, so he's hiding something. So she's hiding like her form. Like you can see here, she turns into like a snake and like slices this big thing in two. It's a part of a connected universe, and the movie after this is called Green Snake. So this is another one that's gonna have like I guess a connected universe. I don't know that I like that all the time. Like I think the MCU has made a lot of movie companies and TV companies think they must interconnect everything. I think standalone films, standalone TV shows, and standalone games and things of that nature are still fine and still have a place here. But we'll just see how they do it and see how it goes. But I actually thoroughly enjoyed it, and I really liked the movement and how it looked. I thought the combat was really great. So shout to White Snake. Shout out to Poochie. to my priest. Okay. The next one is Legend of Deification. This one's interesting. It's about a I guess you would call him a deity or god or whatever a holy being who has basically kind of been kicked out of that kingdom, like heaven, if you will. Like I'm trying to find like parallels that work because I don't know if it's a one-to-one comparison. Like I don't think that like the Chinese Mount Olympus Zeus area is like heaven, but my point is he to get back into it, there's a demon that he has to like pack up the a nine-tailed fox because he messed up. And essentially it's one of those situations where like he meets the thing and is like, why must I kill it? Is it evil? I don't understand why I'm doing this. He's kind of questioning it, and that's part of the reason why he's lost his powers of deification. And this is that journey of him traveling with that demon and trying to just figure out like what is right, what is wrong, what is just. Should you just do what the gods ask of you and whatnot, or should you follow your own like path and like your path, like so it's like free will versus destiny type of thing, whatever. I thought it was good. I liked it. Um, I don't know if I actually like it more than White Snake. I think they're both comparable in the same vein, but I do like the animation as well. I thought there's like this really dope opening scene. They use a different style of animation before they kind of go into like the 3D models, and I thought, wow, that's crazy. Are these originals or based on novels? That's actually probably a good point. I think most of these, from what I can tell, dive into the mythology of like China and their folklore and stuff like that. Even if they may not be based on something specific. So like Neja Reborn, so like the first one I talked about, Neja is a very popular um I say popular. I don't know if popular is the right word, but it's a very well known deity, if you will, throughout the folklore of China. Like I almost want to say like if I had to compare it to something, I think over here Norse mythology and Greek mythology are the ones that we're most familiar with. So I don't know. He'd be like I don't want to say Zeus, but like he'd be like some very popular guy that most people know. And Neja kind of has like a bad personality, so it's interesting when that comes out to play. But I think Whitesnake is based off a story because I remember when I was looking it up, I kept finding different animations and live action shows and stuff. So it's probably their personal take on that story, if that makes sense. So if I wanted to tell the story of, you know, Hercules' trials, but I like put a modern spin on it and put my little like flavor on it. So it's you know what I'm referencing, but it's my own version of it. That's kind of what I would say. So yeah, that's like Apollo loosely though. Yeah, sun. The sun kind of makes sense, but yeah. So New Gods, Yang Jian is the I would say sequel. It's a sequel to like that the Neja Reborn that I was talking about. So you'll still see like those stand thingies and whatnot. I thought the combat on this one was a lot better. There's just one dude. He's got like a bendy sword. Like it literally bends and like his paper like it would break and he's just like drinking. He's so lit, bro. He was packing niggas up, bro. I rate him. He was nice with it. He was going crazy. Someone got like purple shit behind him and he was fucking niggas up. I like this one a lot. I like this a little bit more. I thought the kind of and the endless cycle that they were kind of going through in this story was really good. This guy is also kind of like a fallen god. I don't think he's out the kingdoms of the god, but basically his third eye closed after a very, let's say, horrific, traumatic event. So he's kind of like just doing his own thing, trying to get by or whatever. And then somebody in his family is about to kind of repeat the same mistake that he'd made by he kind of like basically he split a mountain into and freed a bunch of phoenixes. And I don't know if phoenixes in Chinese mythology and folklore are like more evil or whatnot. I don't know what they're associated with. I actually don't know if phoenixes have ever been associated with good or evil. Or I just kind of know they're like the signal and sign of rebirth, symbol of rebirth. Like if you're a phoenix and like you quote unquote you die, you're supposed to be reborn stronger than you were before. So that's kind of my basic understanding of it. So I'm not cultured enough to give you like a lesson on it. But I thought the combat was great. I think it's actually really funny. And I would call the Neja New Gods movie, the first one I talked about, as like angry, passionate, raw, and chaotic. And this one I actually would say is a bit more a little bit calmer and serene because this main character is not as gung ho and whatever. But those fights were going dumb. So yeah, I mean, more like are they adapting web novels? I don't know. I wouldn't know. I don't know. I didn't check to see if they adopted any web novels, but I wouldn't be surprised if some did. I'll look when I like do a follow up to this, and I'll check to see if any of those were based off months. But I know some of these did have accompanying side stories to read with. So one of the ones I get to later actually has a manhwa that's a prequel in a sense to what happens in the show. So super dope. That dog, by the way, is like part of his like ability and is like actually like a powerful thing. So it's pretty cool. And I know a lot of people like dogs. I'm not an animal guy, so you could pet the doggo. So that convinced somebody. Somebody was convinced by that. You could pet the dogs. So yeah. But one thing that I think I really appreciate about going through a lot of these Donhuas, I'm trying to text at the same time. This is important, so sorry. Um, is that I'm learning a lot about mythology that I'm not familiar with. I'm so used to Greek mythology, North mythology. I'm trying to think of even Japanese at this point. I have a decent like grasp of understanding of because when the manga I read and whatnot. Even Kubera I appreciated because like Hindu mythology isn't something I've dove into much. Mostly I would say is well Kubera, Ashura's Wrath, the video game. I'm not gonna cap Ashura's Wrath, the video game, and Indivisible, the RPG, and that's kind of like all I know about them. So yeah. But let's get to the next one. The next one is the Wind Guardians. This one's not. Let's keep going. Wind Guardians. A bit more. A bit more. I'm trying not to spoil the next ones and just kind of get the name. Okay, there we go. So this is about a young man with dreams of martyrdom. He can't see, and he can basically he's a swindler. He's like a I don't know Aladdin street rat, right? And a Rakshasa, yes, attacks and like I think did his mother get her? I don't even remember now. It's been a while. I saw this in 2018, so I'm trying to I'm old. Just give me a second. I'm trying to get into memory banks. But these like people with different powers and elements and associated with the color come through, and it's just like this movie to me wasn't particularly deep. I didn't like learn anything, but I just thought like everything happening was fun. Oh my god, scared the shit, scared the shit out of me. Thank you for the follow, Ultra. Is it cat fart? Is it cat fart? What's going on? What's going on? But it's super dope. It's super dope. For a second, I thought that was Crypto. Crypto the super dog. No, 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 no. Animation looks nice for a second. Yeah, and I mean, if you could like look at the side of anything, if any of these like appeal to you, think it looks kind of cool. Maybe just look at a quick trailer, just peep it and be like, I wonder what this is and whatnot. But I'm actually like very excited to show you guys the next one. I want to see the sequel for the next one so far. So the next one you're gonna see are like my legitimate favorite ones of all time. Like right now. Like I didn't pick what I think are the best ones yet. I'm gonna do that next. I just picked the ones that I think are my personal favorite 11, 10 plus honorable mention. Well, let's get to this one. Let's get to this one, man. By the way, do you guys see the background? You guys taking the background? You guys know what comic books in the background? I don't know if you can't really see because I zoomed in so much, but I hope somebody recognizes it. So, oh man, I'm so excited for this one. This is one of my favorites. 100,000 bad jokes. This has a sequel movie. I haven't seen it yet, and I think that one has like Thor and all kinds of gods in it or whatever, right? East, east to west. You're right. East, not east and west, but east to west. There you go. Proud of you. Proud of you. Let's go. Shao Lian is my goat. The wife of death. But okay, I'm gonna say something and I'm gonna explain it. Just to kind of give you guys like a general inkling of why I like this so much. I would honestly call this the closest thing that I can think of to being the Chinese version of Gintama. It is absolutely like gut busting ab workout hilarious. I have not laughed that hard in a long time watching this shit. It's got a bunch of absolutely over the top ridiculous references like Superman being there. That is Pinocchio on your screen to the left. The talking chicken, the guy in the middle is the main character. Snow White's in it. There's one guy basically like he's supposed to be like really strong, but like he's not a strong swordsman, but for whatever reason, when he pulls his sword out, it forces everybody to get into like a catching stance to like catch the blade. Like it's just ridiculous. It's over the top. It makes like no sense. It makes sense, but like like it's got that Gintama like what's going on over here? So it's really good. Guy on the left is definitely Usopp the That's Pinocchio, my boy. He be lying. And so this movie I think was kind of like I don't want to call it a remake or a reboot. I'm not entirely sure. Fortunately, I couldn't. Some of this information is pretty scarce, so I couldn't find everything about it. However, what I do know is this: there was like a series of shorts and like a TV version of this that like came out, and then they made a movie. I think kind of taking bits and pieces of what worked. So I actually seen like the other version after the fact, but I still haven't seen the sequel and I hope I get to at some point. But I love this. I love this. There's also like this. Let me put the buff kid on screen for a second. There's one of the guys like sons or like his kid. Oh, I think I deleted it. Damn it. Oh, if I minimize this, would it stop the stream? No. Okay. Let me just see if I can find this. It should be in my what you call this? What the fuck is recycling bin? There it is. There it is. Restore. Okay. All right. I'm back. I'm back. This buff ass kid always kills me, bro. So Snow White and Pinocchio, there they are on the left. I don't remember the chicken guy's name. There's the big ass kid, and then this is the guy totally with the sword ability that makes you like get into like a catching stance. It makes no fucking sense, but I love it every time he does it. He has like a upgraded, more powerful version of it, but yeah, it's this is the one that I think a lot of you will just like watch like randomly and just have a good time, laugh, and like move on. But especially if you're a Gintama fan and you like to laugh, so to get that one, that's my number 5. Number 4 is Neja. This one is, as someone asked me before, if this is like some of these are based off stuff. So Neja is the one that I believe this is this company's version and telling of the story of like the beginnings of Neja's story. About I think it's a demon pearl. I can't remember the other pearls called. There was 2 pearls, and the human that like was supposed to like be Neja's dad was supposed to get a specific pearl, but someone fucked around and gave Neja the chaos pearl, so the kid came out like demonic, and then the Dragon King, Ao Bing, got the other one, right? So that dragon is Ao Bing, and they're actually like they're kind of like friends in this, and it's heart wrenching. I actually thought it was pretty sad, but I don't. This might sound weird. This was like a Pixar Chinese movie to me, like a good Pixar movie. Like I don't know, a good one, like a good like I like the way it looked, the humor that they kind of used, the style of animation and stuff to me came across as like really good, like a really good like Pixar DreamWorks movie or film or whatever. But the combat is phenomenal. The abilities they use are really cool. I think it looks really good. Like if you get this in like it's like on a 4K TV, bro. It's it's beautiful. It's so clean. I watch it all the time. It came out in 2019, so we measure 2019 if you're looking for it. And one thing that I like about it too is I think this one has a pretty powerful lesson in terms of like big picture takeaway and like what's the lesson? Like boy who cries wolf, do not tell the lie. And what was I gonna say? The father, what he did for Nezha and like the lesson she kind of instills in him that kind of tries to like temper his like bad nature and the chaos pearl being in him, I thought was beautiful. And you get to see some of his like treasures and astras, so that whatever they're called, and is dope, man. So give this one. I think you guys would definitely enjoy. I don't know how long it is. I don't think it's 2 hours, but it's really dope. The last three are ones that I've probably talked about ad nauseum and are decently well known just in general, but and these are the ones that I have like videos for. So if you guys are cool with it, we'll just kind of watch my recommendation videos too. Let's watch it here. I don't know if anyone's seen it, but and because they actually do pretty well, all things considered. So Fog Hill of Five Elements. This one is one that's pretty well known because the combat and animation style is completely bonkers and off the charts. This is one of the when it comes to a style of animation that in the I'm gonna call it new era, contemporary times that have an incredible level of combat. I don't think anything I've seen holds a candle to this. I don't know people like JJK Zero or like a JJK fighter, like maybe like Yaiba or something. Yaiba's probably up there with how Ufotable has animated some of their combat, but I just don't think they could hold a candle to what these guys have been doing. It is it brought the meathead out of me. Like I just will just turn this on and watch them throw ungodly hands and have the greatest time ever. So it's really good. 4,000 years of Chinese Kempo. So all right, so let's watch the thingamajig. Give me 1 sec so I can just pull it up here. I don't want you guys to see you. If I type in like a word, you'd be like, so that's what he's into. No, you can't see what I'm into, bro. You can't see that. Fog Hill, Fog Elements. Is putting my name gonna work? Nope. Naya D Hemmings. Maybe that'll work. Yeah. I bet it's 2 years ago. Damn. Old. All right. Nope. There we go. I gotta zoom out a little bit though. That's way too close, man. It's way too close. I'll have to zoom back out again though because um wait, why not zoom it again? Oh, because my I zoomed in to make the thingamajig, whatever. I don't know if this is gonna work like this. I gotta fit. Sorry, I gotta fit it. One of these days, I'll be better at this. Okay, let's take it. Let's peep. Should I move my camera? If the camera's in the way too much, let me know. But I'll leave it here.
There was this 5-minute video of this like fire and ice guy just going at it.
I don't. Where's the beginning?
I want to say in about 2017. There was this 5-minute video of this like fire and ice guy just going at it. It was visually distinct. The choreography was amazing. But I'd probably just threw it away as some one-off video on the internet that someone just made, which was cool. I wasn't into Donghua at the time. I am now. So I know better. This has become its own fully realized show. It's called Fog Hill of Five Elements, and it's a Donghua, which is just Chinese.
Sorry, you said Hitori no Shita, the Outcast. Let me screenshot this. I'm involved. Pre-dinosaur.
Animation by Samsara Studio, which is co-produced by Nice Boat Animation. Nice Boat Animation also works on a Donghua movie that I'm very fond of called Donghua. I'm sorry if I said that wrong, but
I will talk about Donghua the next time I do one of these.
Really dope. It's about the five.
Also, I'm going to do one just in general about so like you'll get one. I'm gonna talk about one from Jamaica, a Mecca from Jamaica, some from France and Europe and stuff. I'm gonna get y'all cultured worldwide on animation. Japan is done. I'm done with Japan. I'm kidding.
5 elements
Nippon,
in ancient China: metal, wood, fire, water, earth. I just want to talk about why you guys should peep it.
I got no time to parlay, unless it's big checks or parlays. I've been bricked, it's not far away. Light the spliff and I stargaze. Consultation with the constellations. They said the world was in a dark phase. It got me desperado for protection. Carry big strap in a guitar case.
So as of this video,
I don't do
there is
intros
only
anymore.
3
Drago
episodes
said
that are
not to.
currently out, plus that 5-minute little teaser trailer showcase. I would watch that first, just so you can, just cause, and then I'd watch the episodes. To my surprise, because I knew how the trailer went, I thought this was just gonna be like a meathead series, and it is in a lot of ways. But there is substance here. It's definitely style over substance, but there is a lot of substance here, which was to my surprise. There was a lot of very little seedlings being planted for later episodes. There were some good character moments. There was some moral ambiguity where it's like, you know, you're not necessarily just the righteous hero fighting against evil, blah, blah. There was some moral gray here, which I just didn't expect to see right away. And I don't want to say that the show is carried off the action sequences and the fighting. I don't want to say that. I think it's a little dishonest. It is absolutely where they've put the most effort, and to me, the best part of the show. But there are other things to like,
fucking hate hearing my
characters
voice,
and things
bro.
to look forward to, which I didn't expect. I kind of expected to turn my mind off and just watch fighting, and I didn't do that. But it's so sick. This is coming from me. I don't usually get out of my seat for action. I think in every episode I have to get up and like punch the air and pull it back. Like, yeah, I'm pulling this back like like a couple seconds to see that again. The choreography.
Y'all hear the Legend of Korra in the back? Did you guys peep the Legend of Korra in the back?
The
You guys know I'm a Korra guy, right?
angles of the camera, the things that they're doing, just the creativity, the speed of which they're doing it at. I just thought it was mind blowing. Like, I was blown away like so many times. I'm like, I loved it. I thought it was great. You can probably see it on screen right now. Like, it goes crazy, but I don't want to show too much of it. But the one thing that I do want to say about this moving forward is I actually think that if it picks up steam and this goes beyond the first season, I think they're only planning for 1 season, 8 episodes. I do think this can become a lot more interesting.
It was wow, I was wrong. They did 4. Well, the first season's I think is 3 episodes, and the 4th episode they're showing you how they did it with like this like digital marble Chinese scroll animation stuff, and it's really dope. I was humming along trying to figure it out. I desperately need to rewatch. Yeah, man.
There-
I gotta start reading the Korra comics that are like after Turf Wars Irene Co. I gotta start reading them. 'Cause I had like all the like last Airbender ones over here, like over there.
There's a lot going on here, and as I've watched more and more Donghua and kind of gotten a little bit more familiar and doing research on Chinese history, mythology, and folklore and stuff, there's some things that are overlapping that I'm starting to see is like, okay, this is maybe something that's more ingrained into their culture, so you're gonna see it kind of the way you see certain things in Japanese culture sprinkled through multiple anime. It's just a cultural thing, tradition. You know, where you're born dictates how you think and how you perceive certain stuff. Unfortunately, it's still really early, so I don't actually. There's literally 3 episodes, so I don't have too much to say. But I think just off the strength of the animation, the fights, the action sequences, and the fact that I'm telling you, there is some stuff here to look forward to from a more like, I guess, intellectual level, whatever if you want to call it that. There's stuff here for that. My only critique is that they obviously didn't put any effort, not any effort, but maybe it could have been restrictions that they had. So because they had to put so much work into crafting these beautiful for one-on-one and, you know, other fight sequences, they had to kind of cut down on the other stuff. So honestly, when characters are kind of just talking, moving, and doing very regular, mundane, like regular life stuff, like someone just sitting selling apples, it could look rough. I'm being honest with you. And sometimes it looks rough. I've seen sometimes where like the character will like speak and like laugh and then like real react, and I'm like, that looked a little amateurish. But I think you'll forgive it once they start fighting. Like, oh, anyways, we fight now, and and that doesn't matter. I don't want to just paint it as a meathead series. I really don't, because I do think there's gonna be a lot more here. But that's the selling point. I'll be real with you. But anyways, if you check it out or already watch it, talk to me about it in the comment section or Twitter, Discord, whatever. Holla at me. I'm out.
Do I have an outlet? Vince on the track.
Can't talk to me, but I can't let go. Lonely roads, we
I gotta play River City Girls too. What am I doing? I'm so lost. So that is Fog Hill of 5 Elements, my friend. That's what that was. Let's go back to this screen. Right? That was good. So let's keep pushing. I'll keep this. I won't make this too big because at this point we only have two left, and we gotta watch more videos. So that's Fog Killer 5 Elements. Okay, give it a shot. There's only really 3 episodes you have to watch, and they're not long. By the way, a lot of the well, this one's a show. I should have probably like said this earlier, so let me just go up for a second. This is a film. Um, New Gods Enter Reborn is a film. Big Fish Begonia is a film. White Snake's a film. Legend of Deification is a film. New Gods Yang Jian is a film. The Wingard is the film. 100,000 Bad Jokes, like I told you, it has like that weird like that TV thing. If I find it, I'll post it in the Discord and stuff. If anyone's interested, I'm not gonna post. I'm not gonna post it on Twitter, but I'll post it on Discord. Nedra's a film. Fog Killer 5 Elements is a show. It's a TV show. So and they're not. It's not too long. It wouldn't take you long to watch all three. It'd probably take you like maybe 2 hours. Well, let's get the one that is actually pretty well known. Most people know this one. That's Scissor Seven. I think I first knew it as Killer Seven, like Long Kui some Ching Long Long. I don't know. Let me not try to say it, but man, how does you just yes, I season 4 was really good. I should probably like maybe well, Simmy didn't watch it yet, but I've actually peeped it. I remember a village was on some shit over a demon's offspring. Right? Yes. That's what I was saying. Where I was like, oh wow, like I think that the story will get a little bit more intricate as we go along. But just right now, it hasn't gotten deep, and we haven't gotten season 2 yet. But Scissor Seven, I love it. It's about basically you could call this guy. I guess you could say he's either the best assassin or like one of the 7 strongest assassins, and essentially is betrayed and you could say defeated in a sense, and he loses his memory, and he's on, on an island called Chicken Island or Chicken City or whatever, and he's like a hairstylist, but he hasn't escaped his past, right? And it starts to kind of come back to him slowly but surely. But what I like about about this show, I'm gonna be honest, the fourth season doesn't. I'm not gonna say doesn't do it well, but the fourth season is very. I will call it very serious. It has a really good balance of comedy and a level of seriousness. You know, there's a plot thread that's going throughout the entire thing, but it's hilarious. It is so effing funny, and I like it in English and I like it in Chinese. I've seen it in both languages, and I thought it was good in both. And I find that like I'm gonna use MCU as an example. I think the MCU is bad at this. I get tone whiplash with MCU where I think they make some like wisecracks and jokes at inopportune moments and times where I'm like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Like it's not moving me. I just don't have time for it. This does it really well up to the third season, but the fourth season I would say is a little more like okay, things are really getting like dire. So it's still funny, but it's just I don't think comedy was the focus for that one. There's supposed to be a movie coming out. I think I know the next thing's supposed to be a movie, which is gonna be the fifth season, but it's super dope. I'm gonna show you guys the video in a second, but yeah, the dog's turn is really funny. The guy with the face in the mirror, that I love him. I love the guy who just like he just flexes and he just becomes like a yo hockey man, tech high like hockey man. He just the flat top. Yo, there's one part where he was like, wait a minute, I can't fly. He just falls from the sky. Like exactly, like why is I'm like how is he in the air still? Like it was so good. The lady with the straw hat that was fucking niggas up had the Kamehameha stuff. I couldn't believe she was that important and that raw and was connected to the Crimson Fang and everything. I'll leave it there, but it's really good. It's really good, man. I absolutely effing love it. You Naruto background character. Yes, man. It's so good. It's so good. So let me actually now go and find the uh the video. What the hell tapped in my brain? What the hell did I call it? You know what? I was gonna nah, let me not do that. Okay, let me just find it and then we'll watch. Maybe I'll just open the next one time. Scissor 7. Nia D. Hemmings. Yeah. Oh, it's not. This video is not. It's not as long as I thought it was. I thought it was longer for some reason. But okay, let's bring this in a little bit. Bada boom. Bada bing. Oddly enough, my recommendations do pretty well. Like I think like through like throughout time, like they do pretty well. Like I was shocked to see the views on this at some point. But all right, let's get it. I like the animation
Considering
style.
that it's
Oh my god, that scared the shit out of me. Some people might not like it immediately. I think it's got like I don't. I think it's done on purpose, but I really like it. But yeah, let's. I think when I made this video, there was only 2 seasons, I think, or maybe one. But yeah, let's take a gander.
considering that it's not like too new, and in hindsight, I feel like this show has a lot more to explore. This shouldn't be too long, but I'm really excited to share this Donghua with you guys. It's called Scissor 7. You might see it as Killer 7, but I'm pretty sure Killer 7 is like a movie or something down here in North America, so they had to change the name. But Scissor 7 is still very appropriate if you watch the show, so it's fine. But yeah, it's this animation from China directed by Wang Weifang, and the
Does anybody know where the background music is from? I don't know. I don't know if you guys played. I don't know if you guys like visual novels or played it, but do you guys know where this OST is from in the background?
first season is actually on Netflix currently. 14 episodes. It's 10 plus 4 tie-in side stories that tie into the first season. Some character stuff, some background, some flashback stuff, and then also some character stuff, some background, some flashback stuff, and then it also helps you. Also ties kind of directly into the second season.
The season, what ended song so good? Do you understand it? Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's really good. I have it on my phone actually, and for me, I don't like. Is it for me with music? I don't know if it's weird. I don't care what genre it is or what language it's in. If it resonates with me. I don't really care about like all that. But yeah, it's really good.
Which unfortunately, there is no
Oh, Miss
truly
May.
legal way to
This
watch
rose
the
is for you.
second season as of today. You're probably gonna have to wait, but for anybody who's like super into only going through the legal means and streaming services, that's fine. You can wait. For anyone who doesn't want to, I got you. I'm gonna have it the link to the second season in the comments and things like that. But without
No,
further
2
ado,
seasons. Yes, there's
let's
2
speak
seasons
on
out.
why you should watch Scissor 7.
Music is universal, as they say.
I got no time to parlay, unless it's big checks or parlays. I've been rich, it's not far away. Light the spliff and I stargaze. Consultation with the constellations. They said the world was in a dark phase. It got me desperado for protection. Carry big strap in a guitar case.
I don't recall if I've ever said this before on the channel.
It was that was from the original OST was from Valhalla. This one I think you guys would be able, if you guys play like JRPGs, you'll know this background song.
I know, but I find that when the central plot of a narrative is a lot more simplistic in nature, these subplots, when they are introduced and they come out, the story doesn't get too sticky, too messy, too convoluted. It flows really well, and the characters are strong. Like the trio of this show, Seven, Dao Bai, and Xiao Fei, to me, great trio, elite trio. But
Xiao Fei!
Seven is a very simple story. Seven is a person of interest.
Yeah, he's look how fast. Look how fast. Proud of you.
Interest with amnesia, and he wants to know what's going on.
Persona!
With his past. He has a dark and rich history. He's
You gotta burn them dreads, yo. Burn your dreads off.
Bowl suit guy, midday, Dao Bo.
I'm proud of y'all.
Made him an assassin, kind of like by night, but he's really bad at it. He's like really bad. He's killed nobody. He's completed no missions, and it's like really funny. This is easily one of the funniest series I've watched in recent memory, and while I know comedy is subjective, I truly find the comedy in Scissor 7 to be fantastic in many ways, many aspects. I'm talking about comedic timing, slapstick, clever jokes, like you name it, like it's just never a dull moment. And despite all the funnies, the characters all have a surprising amount of depth. There's a lot of seriousness when it calls for it, characterization, and just general intrigue. You care about these characters, you care about what they're doing. And part of that has to do, in my opinion, with this fact that the cast is smaller and more contained. And with that, you can focus on the characters you have more. No one feels like furniture and add a little, oh, that guy's cool.
By the way, I gotta say this. I like weapons. Like I'm not a gun guy or whatever. I like weapons. I like swords. I like glaives. I like lances. I like tonfas and like scythes are my favorite. I think Seven has one of the coolest swords I have ever seen. The thousand dagger blade or whatever they call it. There's so many translations for it, with all the little different pieces of glass that connect. It's like the coolest sword I have ever fucking seen. It's so sick how he uses it. Yo, oh my god. If you haven't seen it and haven't seen it in action, you're gonna be surprised. It's like master sword levels of greatness, bro. It's a sick ass blade. Yes, train the blade.
Like everyone feels important, so to speak. And I can appreciate that. If you know me and or been around me, you know I'm not really a fan of main characters. Usually, could be something I'm reading, playing, watching. I'm generally pretty impartial to the MC. I may not mind them, but usually I don't really like the main character. And if they're my favorite
What's up?
character, that's
What's
where
up,
I
Lizard?
love Seven. He's probably my favorite character or top two in Scissor 7. And it's kind of strange because I don't like Amnesia in my I can't think of a time ever really where a character was
That's just as a side note, like part of the reason that I think I like the story a lot too is because I think everybody has a thing in the narratives. They're like, no, I hate this. For some people, I find is time travel. I think the two that I find the most time people don't like time travel. They think it makes the story too muddy and murky. And the other one is like any concept or any version of the many worlds interpretation theory. So parallel universes, multiple dimensions, and things of that nature. It seems to confuse a lot of people. For me, it tends to be Amnesia, but I like it here. I think it's well done. Red Tooth and Seven. I like Crimson Fang, the Crimson Fang translation better. But yes, shout out to Red Tooth though. I like Crimson Fang better.
amnesia, had amnesia, I couldn't remember something, and I'm like, oh, this is so well done. I'm usually like, okay, it was fine or it wasn't offensive, but I'm not a fan of it. So the fact that I like this character is a testament to the show in itself. Because
A fun fact: the dark bags under his eyes is meant to reference the animation industry, especially the joke that animators and manhwa artists are sleep deprived. I thought I thought that was funny when I learned
I
that.
think he's awesome. I just like how it's handling the show because it's almost like the current Seven is at war with his old self, and he prefers the way that he is now and the life he has now, despite being weaker, despite having lost some things that may have been precious to him. Season 2 really kind of dives into that stuff, the internal conflict, the internal feud is good shit, but I don't want to spoil it, so I'm not going to say nothing anymore on that. But lastly, let's talk about how it's animated. I love how it looks, stands out to me amongst other art styles, and it's pretty unique looking. The animation is way better than I expected. Not to mention the action is really good. The fluidity of movement, the impact of the strikes,
show's
the
so
speed,
fun,
the
bro.
combos,
It's
the
so fun.
cinematography, interesting visuals, and the music. All of that makes for some top-notch action I think most people will enjoy. So in conclusion, this is only 24 episodes of today, 2 seasons. Every episode is about 13 minutes. It's not particularly time consuming. You can sit down and consume all this in one sitting and get a lot out of it. I urge you to try it. I love it. I think it's really good. If you already watch it, let me know. There is some ancillary stuff like the manhwa and like a prequel story, but I think I'll save that for another video or maybe a stream if we talk about it. Anywho, I'm out of here. Yep.
So it's a year.
Oh, Miss May, this rose is for you.
Damn. Uh-oh. Was I frozen or just not moving? Am I frozen? I can see myself. What's up, Hershey? How you doing? So yes, that was Scissor 7. Another thing that I'm gonna add for for Scissor 7 is that I actually think that the combat's really good. Like the combat's actually really good. So that is the last thing that I'll say about that. And now I heard you talking. I thought you were recording a video right now. Oh no. Oh no, I was listening. I'm doing a stream where I'm recommending. It's okay. I get why you're confused. Don't worry, you're good. You're good. I gotta grab my son. Let's talk about the goal. Actually, I don't know if Glam's still in here. Glam, we try to talk about Legend of Hay real quick. You in here? You in here? All right, now let's talk about number one on my list, The Legend of Hay. Bruh, this is my favorite. You see my young elephant right here, young Xiao Hei, my goat. You see him? Hold on, let me put him on screen real quick. Let me put on screen real quick. Y'all gonna learn about my son right now. What folder is this in? Is it in this folder? Twitch folder, right? Yeah, look at my son, bro. He out here making moves, being great. And I'm Wuxian, you know what I'm saying? I gotta raise him right, make him raw. So, Legend of Hay was the standout Donghua for me when I was I get right. It's a sick gift, right? I use this. I use it's in some of my videos when I'm live reacting. I have them there sometimes. I don't know if I don't know if you guys think I love that movie. Damn, something's over Scissor 7. Peeping immediately. Yes, actually, Scissor 7 would be my second favorite. Legend of Hay is my first. But let me explain some things. Right, there is a Legend of Hay movie and there's a Legend of Hay show, but they're interconnected. What the watch order is for you to watch the first season. I think it's about 28 episodes plus some like music specials or whatnot. Then watch the 2019, I believe, when it came out movie, Legend of Hay movie, which you see right here on your screen. Then watch season 2. The show is called Legend of Luo Xiaohei. It's like the same thing, but it has like a LUA, I think, in front of it. I'll show you guys everything in a second. This in this world, there's these creatures called spirits or elfins. Elfins are like like spirits, and they can take the form of humans and whatnot. So you see like this tiger guy that's fighting Wuxian the human. He's an elfin. If he wants to, he could look more humanoid. So Xiao Hei is like a black cat elfin, but he also is like a boy with like black and white hair when he's in his humanoid form. So they live amongst humans and whatnot, and there's a little bit of a like a tug and pull where it's like as humans are expanding and destroying more nature, they have less and less places to live. But a lot of them have started to integrate with modern time and technology. Like the Elfin Guild, they got smartphones and all kinds of shit. Like they actually a lot of them actually got along with the times, but a lot of the Elfins do not really mess with humans. I think that the show has a little bit of a different art style than the film. The film to me is one of the most beautiful animated movies that I've seen to date. I think it's really good. I still love how the show looks. I think what I appreciate about a lot of Donghua is that I like how they look in movement. And a lot of the times, I like bounce and stretch, but sometimes it looks more like a really well made Flash animation from like a Newgrounds thing when they go crazy. But the fights are incredible. I think the characters are all good. You try to hop in and talk about I'll say our son. It's my son. It could be like your nephew or something, but and then I'm gonna show you guys my video on it. But this is absolutely like been the pinnacle for me. The third season should be coming out at some point, but right now there's the first season, the movie, and then there's the second season. The second season's not that long though; it's like 11 episodes, but it's really good. Like you could just see how they're stacking and building up upon everything they've been doing. So I'm very excited to see the third season. The train scenes forever go to the train scene is so sick. Your first manhwa, I respect it. Is this show complete or is it still coming out? Still coming out. Still coming out. Hey, goat. I have so much Japanese anime to watch, let alone considering China animation. See, I've abandoned Japan. I've abandoned them. Okay, let me just pull up my video on it, and then we'll talk more, and then I'll wrap things up. Let me put Legend of Hay. I think out of all the Donghua recommendations I've done, this is the one that got the most views, I think. Yeah, blah blah blah. I don't see it. I don't see it. What did I call it? Let me go to my playlist. It's probably my recommendations playlist. Sorry guys, give me one sec. I should have probably thought about how to like present this better without having to do all this nonsense, but it's okay. It happens. Deadly Class, Tower of God, Big Ruda, Unordinary. You need to watch The Legend of Hay.
I'm
There we go. Found it. Bada boom, bada bing. Let's get it. Let's get it. And then after this, I will do a follow up to this with some other ones, but yeah, I wanted to show you guys my favorite ones first. Oh, I forgot I had them there. Let me take movie for a second. Okay, so this is my video. This is my recommendation video on it.
I'm constantly on the hunt for cool and different stories from all over the globe. Whether it's something you play,
Sorry, I'm confused. Did I put this in chapters or review the film? Oh, okay. I like hardly ever do the chapter thing, so I'm like, wait, when did I do that? Sorry. Okay, let's get it.
I'm constantly on the hunt for cool and different stories from all over the globe. Whether it's something you play, you read, watch, a combination of 2 or 3 of those things, doesn't matter. Now, a lot of you guys know I enjoy looking for hidden gems and sharing them. This series is quite popular in China. China's got a massive population, so I'm not about to call this a hidden gem, but nobody I know watches it or really watches Donghua, which is Chinese
That's
animation
so
or
much you cared
animation
about this
from
series.
China.
Wow.
I've been watching a lot of these
Wow.
of late, and the first one I want to recommend to you is The Legend of
Motherfuckers.
Hay, the web series and the film. The movies
Look at my son. Look at him. He has my eyes. He has my emerald eyes. You can see it, right? You can see the resemblance. He's got my eyes. He's got my tail.
is called The Legend of Hay. The series is called The Legend of Luo Xiaohei. Let's hop right in.
I got no time to parlay, unless it's big checks or parlays. I've been bricked, it's not far away. Light the spliff and I stargaze. Consultation with the constellations. They said the world was in a dark phase. It got me desperado for protection. Carry big strap in a guitar case.
The Legend of Luo Xiaohei is a flash animation web series.
So this right here is the TV show, right? The version you're gonna see right here is a TV show. It looks a little different. You can still tell it's them, but I still think it looks good. But the movie does look better, but I still think it moves really, really well. Why? Good, because it's not time to parlay because you know you gotta make money or something.
Series by MTJJ. As of this video, there are 28 episodes with 3 little extras. They're like short little MVs and little add-ons. You don't have to watch them. I did. They're like 2 minutes long. But these episodes are also not time consuming since each episode is only about 7 minutes. I watched them all in one sitting on a Sunday afternoon, plus
What's in the background? You got taking the OST and the BGM.
the movie. The intended watch order is for you to watch the web series followed by the movie, even though the film is a prequel. Not all narratives are told in chronological order, but most series have an intended watch order. That being said, if you want to watch the movie first, by all means, I'm not going to stop you. So the show / web series is called The Legend of Luo Xiaohei. It's about an elfin named Xiaohei. Elfins are these
Bingo.
spirits that exist alongside humanity with many different looks, shapes,
I think this is the Agni Kai one. I don't remember if it's the Agni Kai, but anyways.
sizes, abilities, and different beliefs and outlooks on elfin human societies. Xiaohei is a black cat elfin whose humanoid form is that of a young boy with cat ears and a tail. I believe he still has a tail. The story begins with an incident that wounds Xiaohei, and he's permanently stuck in his cat form, where he's picked up by a little girl named Xiao Bai that thinks he's just an ordinary stray cat or lost cat, and that's where their adventure begins. The flash animation looks marvelous, all the action sequences and fights look amazing. Even when it's moving really quickly, it's easy to tell what's going on. It doesn't try to like distract you with filters and overlays what some anime do, where it's like you can tell what's happening, but there's still a lot going on that you can't even really focus on the fight itself. It's just well drawn and it's just well made. Now, before I continue about why I think this Donghua is fantastic, I will say this. This show technically doesn't have any crazy world-ending stakes or anything like that. Most issues are
As of right now.
smaller in scale, personal, and not always connected to the central plot. But you'd be surprised at what these smaller situations lead and amount to. MTJJ does a good job with making the viewers like the characters, the ambience of the story, and making it compelling enough that it doesn't matter what they're doing. It's always fun, in addition to being hilarious. This show's really funny, and I always find it impressive when creative teams can balance varying tones in a single moment or back-to-back scenes and not give the person reading or watching or playing tone whiplash. The fact that I could crack a genuine, believable laugh in any situation is just one of the charming sides to this little series. A lot of these types of shows love to reference other anime and pop culture.
You guys see that? You guys taking the island on the left? What island is that?
I think this show finds that right balance where it's not so much where it's like, okay, guy, I get it. You watch and you play other things, or to the point where I don't like when there's a Easter eggs, or to the point where I don't like
I think that's Juice and Koyo from Ranma.
when there's
I missed the Zoro part, but there's Bikini Bottom. Like They're so ridiculous. I love this show so fucking much.
A Easter egg or nostalgic quip of some capacity that means nothing to the in-universe characters, only the people watching it who may have experienced whatever thing you're referencing. I hate that. This does it the right amount, and it breaks the fourth wall to me in a way that I like. It doesn't do it too much, too little, just the right amount.
马上是不可能的，
为什么？
因为没时间了。
Now, lastly, there probably isn't any specific character in the show that'll blow you out the water in terms of like development or archetype, thematic role, characterization, what have you, but it's a solid cast with tons of reasons to like literally any character. Now, let's talk about the film, The Legend of Hei, which takes place before the show, in which we see Xiao Hei as a bit of a blank slate. He's got a good grasp on many things during the show. He's great with his powers and he's already generally formed an opinion on humanity. Don't forget he's an elfin. Here we have Hei, untrained, really never having interacted with humanity and thinks they all suck. He's not wrong. we hate shit, but the movie starts off with humanity literally destroying the forest in which he lived in. Then he meets some elfin friends which have a hatred for humanity.
Hey, and Wuxian, the guy you see him traveling with, are one of my like favorite like master student Sifu, student relationships. If not my favorite, I really like them. They're like, I love it.
Humans, and eventually a human who reads, trains, and protects and cares about him. So basically, it makes Hei have to decide what is right and wrong on his own by seeing a good human and a quote-unquote bad elfin or elfins. Also, those elfin have a grand plan to essentially take back what humanity took from them, so the stakes are at an all-time high here. If our heroes don't win, it is a big deal. With the exception of the humor, and don't get it twisted, the film is still funny and just as charming as the web series, but because the consequences of losing are a bigger deal, and it's a singular film, the movie's a lot more focused and a bit more serious. This is one of the most beautifully animated movies I've seen to date. The fluidity of the motion, the character designs and models are great. The fight scenes are legitimately top-notch. Elite action sequences. It's aesthetically pleasing. I don't have enough words to praise the visuals, just 10 out of 10. I think the main characters in Legend of Hei movie, Xiao Hei, Wuxian, and Feng Xi, are all extremely well handled. Hei to me is much more interesting to follow here because he's learning and you see him grow into the character we love in Legend of Luo Xiaohei, the series. He's super expressive and a treat to follow. Yet the strongest human that works for and with the Elfins, Wuxian, who is one of my favorite mentor characters in general. He's like this perfect blend of understanding, collected, strong, wise, funny, and he's just that dude. He's so different. He's different. And when you hear the tales about him and you see him in action, he does not disappoint. While Feng Xi, who's hard not to sympathize with, we may not agree with his methods, you can understand him and realize that his back's against the wall. There's nothing else he can do. But in conclusion, I think the series, the movie, the show, both of them together, separately, are fantastic in their own right. I didn't speak about the music. The music is really good, charming. Listen, man, I wouldn't recommend it if I didn't think it was fire. Go ahead, check that out. Let me know what you think about it. I'm gonna have some links in the description to where you can watch and find it. If you can't or you're having any trouble, hit me up on Discord, hit me up on Twitter, DM me, whatever, and I'll answer. I have all the links. I got all the videos. I got all the subtitles. Whatever you need, I got it. I'm out here. You're
Red dot on my body and she aiming with the scope. With the skull and hit my heart cause it's the only way to go. Cause I cannot live without you, let the left really my throat. In my total and my fabric, she can leave me here to float. Wait, red dot on my body and she aiming with the scope.
Okay, I remember that. Oh, this is my hardcore leveling recommendation. But all right, with that, that's my list, man. Legend of Hei number 1, number 2, 6 or 7. Number 3, Fog Hill of 5 Elements. Number 4, Neja. Number 5, 100,000 Bad Jokes, aka the Chinese Gintama. 6, The Wind Guardians. 7, New Gods, Yang Jian. 8, Legend of Deification. 9, White Snake. 10, Big Fish and Begonia. And my honorable mention was Neja Reborn. New God Neja Reborn. Remember, Neja Reborn comes before New Gods. So if you're gonna watch that, I would watch this one first. And yeah, so what do you guys think, man? What do you guys think? And which ones? Which one? Which one? If you haven't seen any of these, which ones do you appeal to you guys the most? And I'm gonna Donghua and a couple other ones I'm definitely gonna talk about because I think they're really good. But yeah, the one with the pro gamer. I don't even know if I know that one. Do I know the one with the pro gamer? Glam, are you in the chat? Are you around? I don't know if I don't know if he's around. Hop in. If, I'm in SoundCloud if you're around. You watch Legend of Fae? Yes, that's moving me. Let me know what you think when you give it give it a chance. I remember when I was first I first got into it about I got into it about 2018 is about when I started like peeping these. So when I first got into it, it wasn't particularly something that people knew about. I think at this point now, for sure, especially in my like kind of circle, because I won't shut the f up about. I won't shut up about it. I keep bringing it up, but yeah, it's one of the best. It's one of the best. I think it's the best, but I do think that what you call it, Scissor 7 is also really good, and it's the one I think has kind of like the most content. Excuse me, 4 seasons, really good. The King's Avatar. Let me screenshot that so I can remember, and I'll peep it. I don't think I watched that, so I'll peep that. Scissor says I want to see the first season. I'll restart and catch up, but I want to check out the Neja. So yeah, so Neja. Remember the other the regular Neja movie is not connected to Neja Reborn. That one I think is connected to Legend of Deification because that's supposed to also, I think, create its own interconnected universe, but I'm not entirely sure. I have read the Tales of Demons and Gods. I've also read it on stream. I think I have a VOD of it and everything, so we'll give that a look. See, Glamourino, what's popping?
Oh, I'm good, as you know.
Man, I had to do this. I was sitting on this one for a long time, so I'm like, let me get this list done. So, but yeah, man.
Shout out China,
Yes.
Trump's favorite country.
Yeah, it's not amazing, but it was your first. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I did enjoy it. Tales Teams of God, I can't say that I was enticed to keep reading it. The one that you guys recommended to me that I didn't dislike, I kind of fell off, but I got decently far, was that one with Arthur. Wow, no, it's crazy. What was it called again? It was the kid who like died, and then he was like reincarnated, but he remembered like his past life, and he like found his like and chi energy circle at the age of 3, and his dad was like a fighter, but he's like nicer than his dad. I don't know what it was called already, but that's crazy. But yeah, you want to add anything about Legend of Hay? Or you good?
That shit raw.
Mhm.
It's now become my go-to anime rec for people that haven't like either for people that haven't watched anime period or people that haven't seen anything from China. That's my go-to rec.
Okay,
And I have 100% success rate too at this point.
Same. I bring the Blu-ray with me sometimes. And I'm like, oh, this was fire. I'm like, yeah, right. Oh yes, Tabate. The beginning after the end. There we go. That's what it was. The beginning after the end. So
That's Trent's series. Shut up, my boy.
there's some other series with some black guy who made it that
Ordeal.
there we go. I'm like, is it good? So you know me. That's all I ever care about. I don't care if it's good. I don't care about all that other stuff. Recommend me some fire. All right, let me just switch scenes, and then let's talk. So, me and Glam have not gotten a chance to talk about some
The
Kubera
big
things.
coob. The
Some Kubera-
coobs.
Yes, we haven't got a chance, so we're gonna do that now. I'm gonna remove this from the side. Where's L corner?
You should just change the stream title to Beats by Dre, and then that'll.
Beats Bad Race, Young YU. What was the one King of the Land said was 100% success rate? Legend of Hay. King of the land.
Calling me king of the land is hilarious.
That's kind of raw though. That's
Yep.
kind of raw though. She's like, hey man, I'm the king of the land. But yeah, what
The
did you want to
GOAT
start?
transcendental.
What
I
did you want to start?
mean,
Because we
can
have
we just give real props for being in her bag action wise recently? Oh my
always,
goodness.
we can always do that. I'm putting my son back on the screen, but yeah,
This woman has been cooking, man.
indeed. She's not real, bro.
Facts.
You said that's your name. His name's Glam. Well, honestly, you could refer to him as king of the land though. That was moving me. I'm not mad at that. Yeah,
The
man.
greatest transcendental of all time. I have to.
I can't believe he got that W against Anata. It counts. It counts. It
Yup.
counts. It
Yup.
counts. He took a round off of him. I don't care.
Mm.
He had to use a save state. That shit was so fucking crazy.
Facts.
Yeah, man. But I'm sorry. I have to start here. Those legs are hideous, horrendous. Oh my god, I could never love that. I could never love that.
Yes.
I could never love that. I could not me.
That's the goat with the goat. What are those mantis legs?
Oh my god. I said, ew. Everyone's like, no, you don't understand. And after what did Katapo he put you know the guy the Chinese guy in the mic that says wood? He put wood?
Wood.
No. No, we wouldn't. It's not the wave, brother. But that's where I have to start. But seeing I think what's interesting to me is I want to see like I feel like Lee's has like low key been a little bit overloaded with many things that are like connected to her and her past. Like Maruna saving her, like Rat stopping Tatia being there, Sona, the people getting hurt, learning about what happened to her dad, stuff with Mirha. Then the
Gonna
dude
get
getting
even
like
worse.
things dad getting like bodied right by her, and I'm like, she has not
Yep.
had time to process any of this. I'm kind of worried.
It's gonna get even worse now that a man that she's known over the past 7 years in the server realm is now pulling up. In addition to that, summoned by the woman who could have summoned him to maybe save her dad as well.
Yep.
And also,
Oh.
if we can open this bag of worms now.
Mhm.
I do not think Kurigam should get Mirha out the paint as soon as Vayu is done with whatever he's doing in this one moment. Personally,
Are you worried? Are you worried
Like-
that could be the case?
yeah, because because if she dies, then Vayu leaves as well, and to me, that's a waste of both characters at the same time. Like, there's a difference between Mirha will die after summoning Vayu, and Mirha dying immediately after summoning Vayu. You know what I'm saying? Like, have it be like an EOS thing where Mirror just dies. That's just the thing that's going to happen. People have to accept it, and they can come to whatever coping mechanisms that they want. But I think, for the sake of the narrative, and for me personally, the character interactions that both Mirha and Vayu present with other characters and between themselves, they have to stick around. They have to.
I understand why you're saying that. I agree because like it made it seem like if she did it like that, like her doing that, someone was like the last thing she'll ever do. And I was like, but I'm like, I don't know. I want to see more of what I won't lie. Like Vayu's stock went up during the side stories. I thought that was interesting with the that lady that he liked. Yeah.
Whistling, the name of it.
What's what?
Whistling was the name of the story.
Oh, whistling. Oh, I thought you were asking me something. My bad. But yeah.
No.
So like, I want to know more about what's going. I want to see him more and know more about him. But I think Lila's plotting, bro.
She's doing something.
She's going.
It's.
I feel like she did. I feel like she did hit Mira with the spear on purpose because that's the. I never remember which spear was which, but that's like the guilt spear. And I'm like, which one's the correction spear? That's one Lee's has now. I think she has currently, and then the one the thing has is the one that makes you like feel guilt or whatever. Because like, first of all, that like the scene with her just being like, "Here's Johnny." I'm like, why are you in the window like that? You freak!
I love that. I love that.
So did I. But apparently they did it in like Korea. They were like, I rated the chapter lower. I'm like, bro, what are you guys complaining about over there? What the fuck is going on?
Fuck these pussy ass fans, bro. That shit was goated. Imagine being scared by that. Come on, man.
Mhm. The guilt one grows pink, and the correction one looks like a regular one. Okay, I have to remember that. I have to remember
Yeah, because Lila's spear is the one that Surya had, which is the same one that he bodied Chandra with. Because Chandra
yes.
has a lot of guilt over the things he does, even though he tries to act like an edgelord.
Shout Chandra though, he pragmatic.
That's also why it didn't work when Surya threw it at Indra, because Indra's a bastard who doesn't
Yeah.
care.
Yep. He reached the pinnacle. And he's like, "Oh, nah, we don't do that. Those feelings and that's all that's done. All that's done for." Sorry, I'm trying to remember what happened because I remember I read 2 chapters at once because I was behind. I waited with this recent chapter. I'm letting her have her fun. I thought it was hilarious. They didn't like it. I thought it was hilarious. I used it as a thumbnail. I'm like, why is she in the mirror like that? I was worried Mira would die when she thought about how she wants to explain everything to Lise the next day. The next time they meet, it made me think that won't happen that next time won't happen. Yeah, Glam was just saying that he's kind of worried that like maybe like Mira and Vayu get out the paint after the
I
summoning. I'm
I legitimately think that it's a bad idea if, like, from a writing standpoint, to just
okay.
get them out like this, like straight up. Even not even just. It just feels like a waste of what the two of them bring. Like, I think for sure now Mirha should die. Like, should be one of the characters by the end of the same with Kasak. I think Mirha should be in that same group of like, you will die at some point, but it
Mm-hmm.
should not be.
Not Draw.
Yeah,
Draw
Drawdog
the
gotta go.
god.
That's
The
my
god.
boy. I love that man. But he's gonna
Vitra
go at some.
clan, baby.
That's my goat. I love that man. But he's gonna get out of here at some point.
I know I'm sad about it though. Well,
Yep.
he's got to go out. He's got to go out with a bang. But
Yeah,
okay, let me.
of course, Kasak Rajaf not going out with a bang is impossible. Cannot happen.
Good. So what? So what do you? So okay. So Ran, I noticed. I did. I like kind of like. I don't know if I noticed this immediately, but I noticed when he was behind the rock, specifically when like Tatia was doing something and like is it Sona was like in the
Yep.
fifth stage. I'm like he's still holding his heart. Whatever they did, it was only a temporary fix or like it can only mitigate how it feels, but it looks like his heart's acting up, and it seemed like they're there for him. Initially I didn't think that, but I guess we just learned that he's a descendant of the human who betrayed Yaksha, and why Tatia is not holding it against him. It seems it's people in the clan that possibly do. So I thought that was very fascinating.
It's interesting as well. Hanuman, of course, wouldn't because that's grandma. But
Yes,
yeah, Sona's
I'm actually stupid because I thought that for whatever reason when I saw the silhouette from the back, I thought it was Hanuman's partner. I don't know why. The blind dude. I don't know why I thought
Mhm.
it was him. I have no idea why. I couldn't tell you. Why does Mary have to be one of the characters that die? She's my ninth favorite character. Because it's
Listen,
her.
man, I'm not the one that said that she got one summoning in. I mean, I'll also say this is a prediction coming from Kubera, who is notorious for having incorrect predictions at this point in the story. So it's very possible that what he said isn't exactly true at this point in time.
I think Ram was one of the pain was being held back by Transcendental and would come back later. I guess I was just shocked. For some reason, I thought maybe when he went back to present time, maybe it wouldn't be as much as an issue. I'm not sure. Maybe that's just my stupid thinking. But when he was holding his chest, I'm like, damn it! So you got the Goku heart. He's got the Goku heart right now. I'm worried. He hold his chest. I'm like, no. Then they try to snatch
Also,
up and
like,
go away. Mm-hmm.
I brought this up earlier with the action, but like Maruna's attack on Sona was wild in the last chapter. Like
Yes.
that shit, bro. Oh
And
my.
then like Sona like went crazy and the tentacles went and like attacked the was it Kelly Bloom? Where were they at? Shit.
It was Rindalo and Aero
Ren-
Plateau.
yeah, there we go. And then it just got pinged off, and they see volume. See, I'm like, part of the reason that I'm hoping that Mirha won't regret it is when Vayu said that is because Vayu's not going to like
Kill
take
her.
her like he won't let her die. So I'm hoping that's why he said it. I don't know if the situation will be out of his hand and maybe he has to pull more like a vigor from her or whatever, and then it is what it is.
Well,
But go
I
ahead.
think this could actually play into when he returned because he specifically told Yama he wanted to get his bow back. It is possible that he uses substantially less vigor in his transcendentals if he has that bow on him.
Okay.
Because I
Okay.
think it's similar to like Agni with his staff, for instance. Like Agni's able to do shit much easier with the staff rather than when Brilith has it. At least I remember in like season 1.
Yes, I recall. And
Yeah.
if I remember correctly, too, sorry, just because vigor is also connected to your like emotional state, right? Isn't it like if you're like
Yes.
mentally in a more positive state, you have more, or like it doesn't run out as
I
much,
think
something of the
I think
sort?
as of positivity works a lot, but I think now it's been more so like sleep is best more than anything else.
You gotta rest to get your mana back up, bro. It is what it is.
Yep.
You gotta go to the save state, go into bed, wake up with full HP and full MP. So there was that. I also want to give Kurigam credit here too, because like this is something that I think me and you harped on the most, despite us really liking the series. Where we're like, listen, I love this. It's
What a
well
hand.
written. Everything's good, but they're too damn strong to not be throwing
Yep.
some hands. And
Yep.
I've always said, yes. Lisa's attack with the
chapters.
blades and everything has been really dope.
Yep.
Like I like her attack. I'm like,
The
you know
new
what?
abilities with the Sword of Re, like
Yeah,
oh.
when it like glowed and then like she did a little berry thing. I'm like, oh, she going crazy
Well,
with that.
my thing was because you and I talked about this off stream, so I'll say this for the chat. The absorbing transcendental thing is huge for her, but also who it's huge for, more agenda for me and Naya. Shiva stocks are up after this recent shit because this man fought Kali with a sword that can absorb transcendentals and still folded her. Nah, bro. God of Destruction is different. That's my boy.
Best for
Put him in the
people.
story.
Best for
Yes!
people.
Yes!
The GOAT.
He's
Unstoppable.
the GOAT.
Erasing existence. That's my best short. I might never top. I don't know. This mirror shirt might top that. You're not gonna like it. I just cook her legs.
Well, I'll laugh at making fun of her insect legs. It'll be fun. I'll be here.
Do you think Do you think he found someone to put a new transcendental on him when he came back to the present, and now it's wearing off, or was he in pain the entire time since the white space with Kalandavinka and Maruna?
It's because of the eye of perishment on his heart. Like that's the only fucking explanation it is. It just
I think he's asking like when the pain
yeah.
came back. Was it always hurt? Did they just make the pain go away? Did the pain go away? Was the pain like so much like basically they take the pain from a 10 to a 2 so it's bearable? I'm not entirely sure. I would for some reason I want to say that like the passage of time maybe and coming back to the present is like maybe I don't know. I don't think it works that way, but I think
I think
it
it
wore off.
honestly depends on.
It might
I think it depends on what kind of. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, and all I'm gonna say was I wonder like how he gets out of this if it ever happens. I wonder if something he has to just deal with for the rest of the series. I don't know because
Well, I'll say that's what I was about to say. I was like, I think this might have to do with what Kalavinka is doing right now, because we don't know what circumstances she and Rand separated from, or whether she's even in the current like present time right now.
That's a good point because he yeeted them through the portal and then yeah, fair enough.
I would think, given Kalavinka's personality and how much she likes Rand, that
he has 4 kids.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that. Maria's like, I'm shutting it down right now. him and Rand, they be fucking, can't be breathing.
That's the greatest deadpan shot. Just frown. He has 4 kids.
Yeah, easily one of my. I love Maruna. I always believed in him. I knew he was gonna be raw.
But like just like, I would assume Kalavinka would look for a way to help her boy out. That's my assumption, unless the separation was forced, or unless there's some other thing going on. Man, I'd love to see her now, bro. When I saw a panel of when Rand and Bruno just went like, huh? when Sona went full Rux, it was like one of those moments in Dragon Ball where somebody powers up across the planet and then it was like, what was that? Like they just like turned their heads.
That's
I
why
had that kind of reaction.
That's why it was raw because it really it's literally what I thought about. Where it was just like, what is this? This energy, like they all.
It was like when Piccolo fused with. It was like when Piccolo fused with Kami, and everybody was like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah. They like it's sick because they like all turned and then they all pulled up. I'm like, yo, this is so fire. I love it. I'm here for it. Traumer ran. I can't wait any longer. Read Kelly Vika tonight. No, Traumer's not allowed. Traumer's canceled, bro. I'm canceling Traumer. He's a freak. he's, it doesn't get any better, bro. It's just what's wrong with him? But anyways, yeah, vigor regenerates faster when they're positive. Okay, all right, but yeah, their that pull up game was strong. What do you think is gonna happen with Tatia specifically? Do you think Tatia just gonna try to protect Ran, or what do you think is gonna happen there? Because Tatia, I think, actually does like him because of the stuff with Yaksha and whatnot. So
I think Tatia is going to be in a rock and a hard place because she doesn't want Sona to die, of course, because
yeah.
that's claim. She Yaksha to die. So I think she's going to try her best to play mediator, but at a certain point, Maroon is just going to be like, I don't give a damn. Don't touch my people, otherwise you're getting fucked up. Like,
and
there's a
Sona's Pep Tupan and Hanuman's kid, right?
um,
I think someone told me that in the chat the other day. Remind me, chat. Keep going though. Sorry, I'm gonna cut you
I
off.
don't recall if they ever had a Rakshasa or not before when they were together.
I swear
I know it's for sure when
someone said in the chat, and I'm like, oh, am I dumb? Did I not know that? Yeah, I'm right. Okay, thank you.
okay, so that okay, it is on. Well, I mean that's another connection with
Yep.
because but again, like if Maruna sees, and I honestly think if Maruna sees Ran or Lees get hurt right now, he's gonna lose it, like and just fuck him up. Which is interesting. I keep having this weird thought. Like, what is doing right now? And he's like now because of the recent chapter, he's like the fourth strongest dude in the area. Vayu, Maruna, and Ryan are all more powerful than he is, and Lee's might be too, given what she's been doing.
She's going crazy, and I low-key want to start using the spear. I don't know if she has it on her though.
Dog. She has it on her. I think she still has it like hidden away somewhere. That's the other thing too. We still have to get
like without
this
transcendental. It's like, nah,
promised.
I just swung that shit harder.
Yep. We still have to get this promised Teo meeting between her and Lee's. That has to happen. And and Lee still needs the Golden Knight back too. Like Agni has that right now, right? Or is it Maruna that has it?
That's a good. I actually don't know who has the Golden Knight.
It was either one of them, and I can't remember. If I feel like Maruna gave it to Agni, but I can't remember.
Because right now she has the boots while she's planting on the earth. She's like super strong or whatever.
Could you imagine this fight if she had the boots and that shit on?
Yeah, but also it's like, would you like just carry a rock with you? So if you're like midair, you could just stand on the rock. Like I was thinking about that shit, bro. I'm like, bro, I'll just carry some land with me because she's OD strong, right? So I'll just carry land with me just in case, some fucking dirt. Throw it in the air from the air.
I wonder if she would ever, if she like used Bhavati Kubera, if she could float with the rock, like flying around with it. That'd be.
She can use that spell actually. Good point. We've seen her use it multiple times.
Like, you can straight
have we
up
seen it in a
fly.
while? Yeah.
No,
So yeah.
like, hasn't been.
Maruna gave the spirit to Agni, and Agni gave it to Lee. Oh, that's talking about the Golden Knight.
Yeah, because Sierra had the bracelet, but I swore Sierra gave the bracelet to Maruna as well to make him leave from when he was pulling up on Asha.
Someone in the Korean fandom made a joke about Lee's wearing plant pots as shoes. I like that better than my idea.
I'm dead.
Just yo.
I'm screaming.
Could you imagine? It's like, why are you doing that? And like getting that explanation, like that he tried to like, oh, that's kind of raw. Then I don't understand why Tati is attacking cities. Didn't you actually teach her better? I don't know. Tati just might be in one of those really hard positions where it's not like she wants to do it, but maybe responsibility for the clan is coming in and
wasn't the city at all. Like, it was.
Sona.
I mean, yeah, it was Sona, and they also said they were doing it to draw out somebody. And the chapter before this gave the implication that it was Mirha, like they wanted to get the priests out of there to lower the barriers. But I don't think they were looking for Ran because Ran showed up out of nowhere. Like, there's no way they would. If they were actually going after Ran, I think they would have gone to Misty Shore.
Okay.
Yeah, because like I don't know who their target is because who's there right now? Lutz like the priests that are there right now. Claude, Lutz, Lila, and Mirha, right? No, and Urha as well. Mirha's dad, because he's priest of Sky.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's like 5 priests. Actually, that makes sense. You got 5 priests in one place, and if you can get the bears down, you can get them all out of there.
It's time. Oh man, it's getting scary. Oh wait, Claude's not there. Wait, where's Claude then?
I thought Claude for sure was there.
Claude. Where was Lise at before?
She was at the Temple of Death, which is in
And that's-
Rin Hollow.
And that's where Claude was, right? So did he go somewhere?
Yeah.
Am I dumb? Claude stayed at Rin Hollow. This is happening in Eloth. Oh shit.
Oh, okay. No, that's right. It's Era Plateau and Eloth. That's right. So that means that the new Priest of Light is there too. The blue-haired bitch that we don't have the name of.
Okay. At the end of the Pepperton stage, though, we see Hanuman leaving Sona with Yaksha, and the same child Sona is shown when Tatia is talking with the Eye of Parishment. Okay. The T.O. Lee's meeting has been foreshadowed since the end of season 2. Curry, please. I'm getting impatient myself. I want them to get to talking. Klaus Cinnamon Hollow, Agni took Elise to Eloth because of the terrorist stuff. Yes.
That's right. I thought it was.
And that's when they saw the X on Mirha, and I'm like, Mirha, what are you doing, bro? It's like, what are you doing? What's going on? You scaring me a little bit. But I think these last 3 chapters of Kubera have been really great, and I think and like I know me and you're eating in particular because we wanted this to be focused on Lise and the God of Earth, and the God of Earth has been present a lot. Though
we're one step away from getting what we really want. We're one step away. I feel it in my bones. I feel him.
We have to get it this arc.
Coming.
Where else if not now?
He's coming, man.
I need it. It's so good.
Also, if that is Eloth, I think is this the first time Eloth's been attacked in the story?
I don't recall. I couldn't tell you that. Someone in the chat.
Season 2, because Cali Bloom's been attacked twice. Atera has been attacked twice. Technically, Era Plateau's been attacked twice now. I don't think Eloth's been attacked a single time because Misty Shore had that little confrontation with Shessa's older brother and Sagara.
Yes.
Yeah, I think this is the first time Eloth has been attacked in the whole series.
Speaking of, what did you think of the Asha and toxic masculinity Sagara with their little conversation?
Hey, I think that was a good tit for tat. Asha, of course, came out the better for it, obviously, because
I think it wasn't since Saha left the city in season 2. Okay, fair enough. Go ahead. Sorry.
I think it's interesting to see Asha post, I guess, betrayal or like realize that she's kind of in the mud right now, which we don't actually know if that's true or not.
But also her admitting that she was foolish in her own way, which I think was
that I think she
not out of character necessarily, but it's more like oh wow, like you're pretty like arrogant.
Gained like a level of humility that was not there.
She
before.
was humbled in a lot of ways. You could tell like a humbling happened, and it's like okay, I gotta move different now.
Yeah, because like gassing up Lise and Lila the way she did without even realize, like she hasn't even seen what they've done, but she just knows. Probably because of the connection they have through whatever the Ananta summoning is, specifically because of the name Kubera. Mm-hmm. I mean, Lise is self-explanatory, and like we even saw a glimpse of that when she's in the future and she backhanded 4th-stage Yuta out of the world. Just like, I mean, man, if she's putting Lise and Lila in like the same group, like that's the most I gained from it. Like having that kind of commentary from Asha, who usually is so self-confident, talking about Lise and Lila like this, like Lila's got to be different for some reason now, man.
I'm so excited.
Like even without Chandra even being there too.
Yep.
But he's got to come back too.
But Lila cooking up something. Was Eloth flew to Era Plateau when Sampati hit the prison? They were in the process of fusing. So does that count as Eloth being attacked? I guess.
No, that was Rind Hollow and Era Plateau, because that was when Chandra or Lila summoned Chandra and they went up to the sky, and he and Kasak went up to the space to fight somebody. At least I recall.
Just flowing in space. I was laughing when I was first reading. I'm like, is it literally a planet? Is it a mystery? I was sure at first. I remember I was like, wait.
I'll always remember that scene when Kasak, like when he grabbed her and he made it so she couldn't move. He was like, mercy. Oh, mercy can only be granted by the side with overwhelming superiority. You're not strong enough to be merciful, and put her ass in the portal. Goat, reach your goat, man.
Nah, this one is now season 3. Era Plateau is above Eloth now. Okay.
Yeah, so Yeah, fairly certain that's the first time Eloth has been attacked at least on screen before in the story, because the only other times have been the only time Aero Plateau has been above another city was Rindalo, and that was season 2.
And that wasn't when Chandra was summoned. We're talking about season 3 when Fifth Stage Moon showed up to stop Sympati.
Gotcha. That's what I had that thought in my head, but I wanted to be sure. That's why I voiced the other one.
What else did I bring up when we were talking about the chapter? I'm trying to remember because
Did anybody find out?
Zodiac had some questions. I don't remember the what, but go ahead.
I was going to. Did anybody in chat find out or look back through to see if Sierra gave the Golden Knight to Maruna or not? I'm fairly certain that happened. Because if that's the case, because I think Sierra gave it to Maruna, and I could have sworn Maruna gave it to Agni as well. But if not, then Maruna still has it.
Interesting. Take it back, please. I do love that she just swung at him too. She's like, I don't, and he's like, I know your father. Like, I'm cool now.
I was about to say, like, can she understand Sura language straight up? Because it used to be just Yuta.
Yuta was the one she could hear, understand. I don't know if she could understand it in general. Yeah.
Well, she spoke to Tatia and Sona on that
Sierra
cliff
gave the
before.
spear to Maruna instead of the bracelet. Okay.
Okay. So Sierra still has it. Got it.
My dark priest.
Oh yeah, Sierra still. Okay.
Sierra went through the real dark change, not Bam.
Facts.
They put that Matthew Allen says and he came out different. That's so funny. Then the spear went to Agni, then Lee's. Okay, we're caught up.
Okay, got it.
We're caught up.
So then,
go ahead.
Lisa's fine there then, and get that fucking bracelet back, man.
The other thought that I was trying to have was, when does this version of Lee's in the present time become like Time Lord Lee's? Because you remember she went back when Maruna was absorbing the sins from the scroll. Pharrell and everything, and then even with Yuta and that one possibility, right, when she kind of like hugged him at the end when he was like whatever, and she remember that part where she's like when he disappeared and she's like in like pain, that shit hurt it. It's like when I'm also wondering when does that kind of really start here. So I'm very excited to see when that is. It's very nice to have our main character in the story again, though, all things considered.
If you and me get what we want, I hope that moment comes after she meets Kubera again, and he's like, "Hey, you got to go through time to do some shit right now." Like, oh, let me fucking peek. Oh my god.
Time magic. Time roulette, go. So yeah, Asha's wearing the bracelet since Saha decided to ban her. Oh, is she, did I not notice that? Is she really wearing it?
Asha is wearing it? I never noticed that either.
She got one hand. Wait, Tiara is named. Oh, Sierra. I said Tiara. Wait, Tiara? Wait, what's going on now? I thought we were talking about the translator for a second, but these this has been, I don't know, bro. Curry got to be cooking. I remember we were talking about this in the stream a little bit. We're like, I can't take most webtoons seriously anymore. I'm just like, it's just not Kubera.
It's not the goat.
Y'all not moving me. So yeah, Tiara is one of the scanlators brain for it. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, wait. By the way, you tagged yourself instead of Pentagon. I used to do that all the time. I'd be like, oh, I want to tag like Brago in the stream. And I tag myself. I'm like, why did I tag? I'm so stupid. Tag myself. I used to do it all the time when I first started trying to talk in live streams and everything. But oh man, there's something important that I know I wanted to ask you. And it's not coming to me. I don't know what it is.
I literally had the same thought. There was something that I thought of and I forgot it. I can't.
The best thing to do is just go to the chapter and look through it, and maybe it'll come to me. So I'm gonna do that right now.
What's the other?
So I read 12 and 13 on Monday. There they are. They fighting. You got the boots. There's Tatia.
We still have to learn what the rest of the transcendentals for the swords are. Kurigan's been saying that for like 2 chapters now, that we have to learn all of the swords transcendentals now. Pretty soon.
I'm excited. I like the sword. It's a good sword. No, I answered the reply to Twitch just showed like that. Oh, it's kind of okay. My bad then.
I mean, this sword has got to be one of the most broken god level items in the story. Like, it cancels Sura regen and can absorb transcendentals, and then has other offensive capabilities in addition to that. Shit is stupid, man.
Lila just being like, summon the god, summon it, do it. And Hura just like, you're not really trying to fight me. What you plotting? She caught on quick, and then she just cut after she like hit her a little bit. It also lets you cross dimensions. Oh yeah, that's raw.
That is true. I
That's
forgot
a that's a good sword. I'll let have it. There's the
what
stuff
was it?
with the god of earth
What do you-
and
Oh, I'd
meet her
like
in
to
the
see.
past. Oh, and then yeah, go find a creation magic user. Blah blah blah. She goes a thing. You see young Rish. Sorry,
Yep.
keep going.
I was gonna say. I feel okay. Kurgan, this was the one L from this chapter. You robbed me of Idha A2 on screen from Mira. I needed it. I would have been hyped out of my mind if I saw Idha A2 Vayu on my screen, bruh. I would have been running around in circles. like imagine it's the Sona thing. Tentacles coming towards it. You see Mirha contemplating further, and she's like, "I have to do it. Like, it needs to happen for the good of like the fucking world or whatever." Then just bubble Ida A2, another bubble, Vayu. Then the barrier comes up, and then it's the end of the chapter. What we already got. Oh my god, peak! If it had happened,
That's a bit sick, but it's okay. Seeing Vayu there like
yeah,
that
it's
is
so
nice
good.
too.
Yeah.
Mira told
I mean, when
Kakubera, "You're not going to give me a choice," and the man took it personally.
when I
Also,
saw I'll say Vayu's barrier is very interesting. That just straight up wind? Because Agni's was like a reinforced barrier, like it wasn't actually made of fire. But Bayou's looked, with the way it was drawn, just pure white. That has to be straight up wind that he just made for the barrier.
possibly, like it did look like the tentacle smacked against something instead of just being
And
blown
bounced
away,
off.
but still like maybe it's a wind barrier or something, you know.
Yeah.
I thought this comment was funny just from the blog post where it's like got ears, so like now you can see Vayu's ears. Which like I got this comment
Yeah.
that Vayu was not appearing on screen.
I did notice
It's
that.
it's
Hair
strange
does
that
cover.
a character who loves headphones has a hairstyle that covers his ears. Is he pulling his hair back? Like such a random thing to like be so like detailed about. But I'm like, I know tons of people who with like long hair and stuff. They just listen to the music over the hair or whatever with the headphones. I don't think it's a big deal, but I thought it was funny. But he did have a complete different look before with the scarf and everything. So I guess she's right where like, but now you can see his ears. So now we can listen to his Beats by Dre.
Is he the most fashionable god? He might be.
I think he.
Who
This,
got better?
I feel like he dressed. I feel like he definitely, from what I can remember, has the most kind of like modern, contemporary style of dressing right now, with a hoodie and stuff. Where like Yama's like a robe, you know. Yama, Agni's like a robe with his chest out, you know. So
Chandra just in like a t-shirt. When Chandra has his jacket on, that's when he looks raw.
the barriers changed elements when the gods took over. It wasn't too obvious, but the magicians noticed it visually before. Okay, all right, I didn't notice visually.
Yeah, Agni still just looked like a regular like energy barrier that like Brilith made. It was just stronger from what I could tell. Like it didn't seem actually of fire. Is what I'm
But
saying.
maybe it was fire, and maybe it wasn't visually shown that way. But with the ultimate
Yeah.
magicians noticing it, it's supposed to be one of those things where, like, it's I was telling you, like, I hated how, like, in Marineford they had to tell me when someone's using hockey. Maybe it's one of those things.
Yeah, I can see that.
So
Because I thought Chandra's barriers were Chandra's barriers purple or just straight up black?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
Somebody in chat tell me, because then that could confirm it.
Turrets firing at Tatia. Tatia, what are you doing?
I love the tattoo, by the way.
Big Ran.
Love the tattoo.
I remember Agni's barrier did have flames at one point. Okay, then I'm just not remembering because I'm old.
Oh, yeah.
I'm old. Yeah. Anything you think we forgot to mention?
I know for a fact there was something else I wanted to say, but I just don't remember it.
I don't remember the color either. Would have to check. I don't even remember. I wouldn't even know what chapter to look at. I don't remember.
I would
the
feel
color
like if
either,
it
would
was
have to
actually
check.
changing the elements, then Chandra's barriers would just be like straight up like black darkness, just covering the city.
That'll be raw. Or like,
oh man, can you imagine Surya's barrier? Holy shit! Just a blinding dome.
you just lose vision. Just too it's blinding. Yep. You think light is your ally? It's her the line, but just says light instead of dark.
Now I'm like questioning what every barrier would look like. I don't even know I can't possibly imagine what Yama's would if he ever got summoned.
Magwin, okay, like a gander. But yeah, man. I will say a little bit of Kubera personally. again, not that I wasn't enjoying it. I just wanted this Mirha stuff with Rao and everything, and just like I'm like, what happened, man? I'm so tired, so tired of pussyfooting around it. I want the answer at this point, but it's getting
I'll
interesting.
say
So many things
I
are
think
converging right now. Go ahead.
yeah, I think thanks to the buildup. I mean, even with everything that's happening with Lee's, Mirha is the standout character of the arc so far for me. Like Mirha has been amazing so far this arc.
Especially Child Mirror, she's smart.
Yes.
She is smart. She's thinking. Very impressive. I'm not mad at it, as they will. So, but all right. This old man has some more work to do. So we're gonna call it a day. What we're gonna do is we're gonna raid the New Yorker.
Simi-kun.
He playing Shifu. He
Oh,
old.
he fighting.
He
fighting.
Yeah, he throwing hands. All right, y'all be safe. We'll be back tomorrow or Thursday. I don't know, but one of those days. Maybe not Friday. Friday I might do a Legend of Zelda thing with Alan. All right, you're